Cowboys. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. Now they can't bring him down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Henry up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 47 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. Again to Henry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Here's Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
He's got this to Pickens. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have come back to make it a 2-point game.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Henry out of the pistol. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll run. It's Henry. And some room to maneuver.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it again with Henry.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
All tied up, 8 apiece with 2 minutes on the clock. Now Jackson.
On target to his man, Likely.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
2nd and 9.
They'll run
with Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, Henry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They give it to Williams running right. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing, Prescott.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He's got a man complete. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Prescott. This is caught.
Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Williams.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. A gain of 3, second down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Now Williams running left. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 22. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott.
He'll try to do it himself. And he is caught.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
George Pickens
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Wiggles free. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Henry up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Henry. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead.
And all the way down to the 35.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Jackson to throw. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.